For now, let me start this video off by saying for now, because we don't know what the future may hold. But I'm gonna say this little bit too about his fashion and about him getting his hair cleaned up. Like that was like when everybody was coming at him on that point. We're in a different era of fashion, man. Like, just because, yeah, this bag was made for women, or, you feel me? It was at one point in time, we wasn't wearing skinny jeans. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, it evolves, you feel me? Just because something was made for this purpose at first doesn't mean the purpose can't change. I feel like, as long as you ain't getting this and that done, and, you know, he with a woman, he's having children, but I'm trying to keep it boxing. So, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe, all that. And a man gotta feel this. But the reason why I say it sucks being a Tank fan right now is because everybody over there in Riyadh season is looking lovely over there. We getting the fights we want. We ain't gotta wait. We getting whole events, not just waiting for the main event. We got fights throughout the whole card that can be entertaining. My only problem with that is that we may get fights far few in between. I think the last event they held was with Crawford, which was a while ago. Whereas though, we at least can look to a main event at least once a month and, throughout the year. But I think with them putting so many people on one card, it kind of messes it up. I don't know, but we got to see. But the more guys they get over there, the more, things may change. And it just seemed like Tank is being left out, Hopefully he doesn't retire after his contract is up, which I highly doubt because the money that he brings in, once he has, goes over there, which we know he don't have to, but I feel like that's starting to shift, where you can just fight anybody and make millions, sell out arenas. But I hope that's not the case, but I hope it's the case because I want to see him against these guys, just to shut them up, just so we can all say, see, we were right. But the other thing is, everybody's going up and up and up. Haney's talking about going to 47. Ryan, Shakur look like he not going to be at 35 too much longer. That's the only fight we really got to look forward to of him, but he's over at Riyadh. So, we just got to wait and see, and I feel like Tank has been stubborn as well, but he got every right to be. People criticize him for saying 150 M's. Who else selling out arenas like him? Who's doing the pay-per-view numbers like him besides a Canelo? Earl was the only other top guy than him. And Earl hasn't fought in we don't know how long. 2 years, 3 years, something like that. So, but everybody's over there. Queenbridge, Golden Boy, Matchroom, Top Rank, And we just need PBC, but, they stubborn as well. You know what I'm saying? You got a network like Amazon who just paid for this company. They probably not ready to do that. But Riyadh season look like they not giving nobody no other choice. And eventually I think, we'll get the smaller circuit people and building up these names quicker, so we not just keying on the key guys. I think like how the UFC does, they're building guys quickly. There's plenty of names that we can tune into, that whole ranked, most of the guys that's in that ranked system are, people that we can look forward to see fighting, and Turkey is cleaning up the sport and making it a spectacle again. The greatest sport there is. It's nothing like combat sports. And I think boxing is more of a sport than UFC. Kind of because, I don't know. Well, I can't really say that. It's still neck and neck for me. But, yeah, man, it's hard being a Tank fan right now. It's not all his fault. he wanted to be a star. He wanted the money, and he got all of that. And it's like legacy now. You know, legacy. And in order to get that, I don't care about the belts. At the end of the day, I wish if they could find a way to say one belt or maybe two, you know, or a main belt and an interim belt, something like that along those lines. As far as I'm concerned, the Ring Magazine, you got the Ring Magazine belt, you the champion to me. You don't gotta have all four, cause you the man who beat the man who beat the man. And for me, that's what solidifies it. If you beat the top guy and then you come in and beat that guy, you the man. So 140 Tio's the man. I don't know who has it at 47. I don't know who have it at 35. But if they can have something like that, where as though a championship in the Ring Magazine and maybe an interim, I'm cool with that. But we need something to establish hierarchy in the simplest form. Yeah, it probably was cool back in the day where you had guys only fighting in China, guys only fighting in England, guys only fighting in the U.S., guys only fighting in Mexico. Cool. Four belts, they the champions there. And if there's some way these guys could come together, cool. But all the belts is in America. And it's not proficient enough, But, I'm still rocking with Tank. I'm always going to rock with Tank, especially after talking to his coaches and things like that. And them, saying things like, where he come from, he's already a legend. And then, but you also got to put that in perspective. Most guys who are boxers come from where Tank come from. So it's like, yeah, he is a legend. But, you're a professional now. I was just telling somebody this the other day. When Mark Andrews dropped the ball, it's like, they're like, oh, it was cold and all this and that. And it's like, yeah, but you're a professional now. You don't get no excuses. If you went out there and you said you could do it, do it. And I just want to see Tank solidify himself more than just what we know he can do. We want to see him prove it and show it, And granted, I get what he means. You show it once, you're going to have to show it again and show it again and show it again. But if he knock off those guys who we said in the beginning, the Ryan, the T.O., Haney, and it sucks now because they already taking losses. So it puts a little dimmer on once he beats them. But regardless, squash all those guys, the Four Kings, the Haney, the Ryan, the T.O., and get Shakur out of there, and I think that'll do it for me. And if he really wants to, take out one more young guy. Whoever at the top by the time he clear those guys out, whether that be Keyshawn, whether that be Cremel, whether that be Abdullah. Those are the top three guys so far. Or we got to see what Floyd do against Shakur. And then out of those Four Kings, let's see what Tank do with them. But Tank's so small, by the time he get around to them niggas might be at 47. Floyd Schofield's not a little kid. Keyshawn the smallest, but his weight might carry like how Crawford weight carry. Crawford's a small guy, but he looks small, but his weight obviously carries. But that's my whole thing on why, it's hard being a Tank fan right now, and, we just got to see what the future holds, But I think it's going to go in the direction that we all want to see out of him. If not, pull a Barry Sanders, man. Just get out of here and say fuck it. Y'all got what y'all got out me. I'm working on other endeavors. We hoping that ain't the case, but it's like, don't string us along, please. Because I don't want to get strung along. I want to see it because we know he's great and the potential is out of this world. So, yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, all the YouTube shit. And shit.